Good evening, everybody. We are tonight's entertainment. So we are here at the penultimate episode of our Marvel Multiverse game. Things are starting to come to a head, and we're going to see where these heroes end up. So I'm going to throw it over to Jordan to let everybody introduce themselves.
Hello, my name is Jordan, and I am playing Michael Donovan, aka AWOL, and I'm going to pass it over to Dare.
Hi, I'm Dare. Pronouns she, they, it. Today I am playing the ever lovely Zinnia, who is sometimes known as Exploit, and I guess currently known as the Phoenix. It's normal and I'm doing great. I'm gonna pass it over to Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, also known as Oops All Smurf. I'll be playing Hellhound, now also known as the Ghost Rider. And I'll pass it over to Tolly.
Hi everybody, my name is Tali, use they them pronouns, and I play the amazing eternal Scheherazade. And I will be passing over to Briar.
Hello, my name is Briar. They them pronouns if you would, or at Beanabees underscore everyone on the internet. That's important. Today I'll be playing Jumper, aka Eden Avantu, your unfriendly multi-dimensional neighborhood Spider-Man. Back to Sean in the studio.
Hell yeah, everybody. Yeah, Nerdy, let me know if it's coming through a little bit clearer. But other than that, we're going to jump right into issue 9, maybe, of the Bookkeepers. We open on a frame that says, like, we see around us and we see, like, this star field of, like, a bright, like, blue kind of like astral field with stars and constellations in the distance. And we see a caption that reads, Earth 757 entry point nexus. And we see Scheherazade kind of like floating in like this like interdimensional nexus that serves as the entry point for this universe. And um, appearing before them is this glowing white light that has just introduced itself as we are the one and the many, man and immortal, Micronaut and time traveler. We are the Enigma Force.
Hello.
We have been following you for some time, and we only intervene in scenarios where it is necessary. We were created originally to help maintain the universes within the multiverse, which is why one exists in each universe. And we were created as a response to the appearance of the dark god Newell. And now that he has once again reared his ugly head, we must intervene. And in all of the souls and all of the beings that we have examined, we see no better person to guard this universe than you.
Oh, well, I'm deeply honored. Um, do I need to sign something or?
You simply need to answer one question. What form would you like to take?
Oh, oh, I'd very much like to be blue. I've met another version of myself who's quite lovely. Maybe the color of the sky, covered in constellations, covered in stories. I wish to look friendly and welcoming to those who should meet me and wander to me. Is that acceptable?
It is quite agreeable. I now proclaim you to be Captain Universe. And we see, like, back in New York on Earth 757, this bright light emerged next to all of you who are standing there. And as Scheherazade emerges out of this light, what does she look like?
Um, she's wearing like a blue cloak that's goes from like a light blue down into like a dark purple and into like almost a black, and has like stars that are sort of moving and shooting across it. Her skin is kind of taken on a blue, and you can see the outline of like her eternal like glyphs and symbols covered all over her skin. Um, she is wearing like several heavy bangles that look almost like power bands on each of her arms, and is wearing like a pendant, um, a small pendant that looks like a key on her neck, and she has her two eyes and then one in the middle of her forehead. That's just like white, a whited out eye, and then her regular eyes, and there's just like a warmness that kind of comes off of her when you see her, um, and she's wearing. I think it's very funny for her to be wearing comfortable shoes. Um, to
Some New
offset the entire
Balances.
outfit. Yeah, some New Balances
Okay,
Amazing.
to
Dad.
balance out the.
I 100% believe that was Michael's recommendation. A pair of New Balances.
Yeah, absolutely. He loves them. He swears by them.
You all see Scheherazade in this new form, kind of floating out through the light, and kind of hovering above the ground before she gingerly sets down onto the sidewalk.
Are the shoes too much?
No, the shoes look great.
You
You're
look incredible.
rocking them.
You're blue. That's
Yes,
cool.
Yes, I think so. It's a nice little update to the wardrobe.
Yeah, I think it looks awesome.
Apparently, I'm a captain now. I've never been called a captain. I've never taken on any rank.
Whoa, you got like a
Of
ship
this-
now?
And no ship, not that kind of ship. I am quite fond of several others, but not that one. I don't know that I love the name Captain Universe. It doesn't feel like it suits me. I'm not a military woman. I'm a bookkeeper. I'm a curator, a collector. I think for this universe, I am its narrator.
I love
I
that.
like that.
And I think that you can now like hear the Enigma Force actually in your consciousness. It's kind of like riding co-pilot in the way that the fairy from Zelda does. And it says, if the name Captain does not suit you, we've been known as several others over the millennia. The Avenging Angel, Guardian of Eternity, the hero that could be you, the Light of Concordance, the Unipower. But I suppose with so many names, it couldn't hurt to add one more. The Narrator it is.
Name's important, at least in my eyes. It defines who you are, what you decide to be to those who see you in the world. I wish not to be an avenging angel or light. I wish to be the person who observes the stories that exist in this world and the person who shall protect them. I shall change the narrative to fit that which this universe needs.
We are a being that exists to meet the requirements of the moment, which is why we have taken many forms and many names. And if what the universe at this moment requires is someone to steer the narrative, then that is what it will have.
Oh, lovely. I hope you enjoy your stay. I don't know how it works with you living in my mind. I mean, there's a subliminal space or something or other, but I'm glad to have you along. I hope that your stay with me is enjoyable and that I am a worthy avatar of the title.
You need only to trust that your skills and your abilities are enough.
Ooh,
And
absolutely.
our trust in you, or we have trust in you, and your confidence and your love for the universe will take you the rest of the way.
Fantastic.
We then see, as this is kind of like, this is like an inner monologue that's happening with you, I think, as the rest of you are kind of getting your bearings, having just been returned to this universe. And I think that the next thing we see is that Hellhound's phone begins to vibrate.
I look down to see who it is.
It is Angela.
Hello?
I like the idea. Does Hellhound have a specific ringer for Angela?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Hellhound has the only person with a different ringtone is Angela. The first thing that pops into my head is like some sort of choir song, just in the ironic way of
Ave
it sounds
Maria.
angelic. Yes, it's Ave Maria.
Amazing.
That's so good.
Yeah, so that plays, and you answer the phone.
Hello?
Hey, I think that you're nearby. We just saw your ping come in. We're on the rooftop, and we're ready to disembark whenever you all are back. Were you able to find Scheherazade?
Yeah, we have her with us. She's blue now.
Oh, that's cool. Blue is probably a great color for her.
It suits her great.
That's great. I'm glad you were able to find her. And what is that?
What?
We're gonna call you back.
Okay.
And
hello?
As that conversation's happening, AWOL, you see that there's like a sewer grate in the middle of the street, and you start to see like black sludge start to come out of it. And as it begins to move across the street, it begins to materialize in front of you, and you can see like this loose kind of outline of it. It's definitely a symbiote, just not bonded to a host. And it begins to like form, and a mouth begins to form on it. And you hear, because he is no longer connected to you in a way that he can speak to you directly in your head, so he has to remote pilot another symbiote. But you hear Noel's voice coming from this symbiote, and he says,
I must admit, I underestimated you.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the thing. If you could actually just come down here, then we don't have to come to you.
Oh,
that would be great,
don't worry.
actually.
I'm already on my way.
Honestly, thank goodness. I've been stuck in a spaceship for a while now, so that's great.
and you begin to like also hear like some commotion coming from like a couple blocks away, and you can see off in the distance what looks like a massive black cloud that is kind of moving through the city. And as it begins to get closer, you can see that it's not made of like air or gas or fog. It is like this cloud of symbiote that is like floating through the air. And you begin to see like black rain coming down from this cloud and raining down on people. And as people are getting rained on by this cloud, they are getting infected by the symbiote. And he says,
"This world will be ours, and you will be returned to the hive."
I mean, I don't think so, but
That's
yeah,
the problem. You've thought for too long. You have operated on your own free will, and I am here to take it from you.
I think AWOL's head separates from mine for a second, and I like turn to him and I go like, is he always like this?
Yeah, well, that's kind of why he kicked me out. I'm actually not connected to the hive anymore because...
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Is that good?
I mean, I like it better with you. You have a lot less like things that you tell me to do that I don't want to do.
Cool. So let's beat these guys, and then I can take you to the M&M store.
What is M&M? Is that like a rapper?
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love the M&M store.
You're in for a treat, little guy.
Okay, great.
And like both of your hands become axes, and he says, "To the M&M store." Everybody at this point now sees this black cloud that is approaching, and you see that there are between you and or hold on, let me see, move guys. Between you and this black cloud, which is all the way over here, are several innocent bystanders that stand to be assimilated. And so that's a problem that you guys are going to have to figure out how to deal with. So we're going to go ahead and roll for initiative.
Woof.
Yeah, wolf. Same.
Hellhound's too busy thinking about different ringtones to jump into combat quickly.
Amazing.
She's like, is Ave Maria stupid? Is that too on the nose?
Oh,
Is that insulting to her culture? I don't know.
I got a 12.
We're just rattling off our initiatives.
I'm going to ask for them in just a minute.
Okay.
And what did Hellhound get?
10.
And what did Exploit get?
21 fantastic.
God damn.
I hate it here. AWOL, what did you get?
All right, good luck, everybody else.
Yeah.
I got a 20, and it's a fantastic success.
All right, I'll see y'all in 15 minutes.
Yeah. What did Jumper get?
10.
All right. Cool. All right. Hold on. Let me change that. So now the measurements should be just spaces. Cool. All right.
Oh,
So first is going to be Exploit.
Okay. So have the symbiotes landed yet?
So there are a couple. Hold on. Let me actually put tokens in there for those. Yeah, so there are there's the black cloud, and then there's about 3 symbiotes below it. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some tokens in there for those. And these are just the symbiotes are bonded to just normal people on the street. So use caution when engaging them physically.
I'm trying to see if there's any way I can get over to them quicker. I have 35 feet of movement, spaces of movement rather. So let's see here.
I can definitely get very close also. I mean, I can get past. My jump speed is 90 spaces.
Well, and remember, both of you have that's insane, by the way.
Yeah.
But also remember that both of you have bonus rounds. So it's going to go Exploit, then AWOL, then it's going to return back to Exploit for the top of the round. So.
Sean, the Stan Lee cameo is frying me.
I was wondering who the first person noticed it was going to be.
I see you.
I was going to say anything. I was just like, this is a good bit.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
I think, honestly, first thing I want to do is just move closer to the, cloud. Is the cloud hittable, above the table?
Yeah. It's a giant,
Okay.
big cloud of symbiote.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to just move on closer. Let's see how far I can get with this. There isn't any way to go twice as fast or anything like that, right?
I think if I don't know if it's an actual like rule in the thing, but like I'm gonna say if you want to just use your entire action to move, you can move twice your distance.
Okay. Yeah, I might do that for my fantastic, honestly, just to clear a lot of space. That's what 70 movement, something
Yep.
like that. Alrighty, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna move over 70, so that's that's fine. Someone Michael wants to go from there. I'm just moving.
Cool. Yeah, so you take off flying through the air. I like the visual that you're. Are your butterfly wings still like butterfly wings that are kind of like on fire, or have they turned into like full phoenix wings?
They are the dragonfly wings.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I think like in the same way that dragonflies have like kind of a mini like secondary set, I think it's like that with phoenix wings instead.
I dig it.
So giving slightly like seraph energy
Yes,
there.
I dig it. Yeah, so like there's this back trail of phoenix flame that's shooting across the sky as you fly over towards that building, and you can see in the crosswalk below that there are several innocent bystanders that could be endangered by this cloud. That is going to make it AWOL's turn.
Okay, Sean, I have a question for you.
That's always the start of something beautiful.
So, I have the power, extra limb, additional limbs. I've got one extra arm from AWOL. Like, I've got my arms, and then AWOL has an extra arm. Can I pick up 3 people?
Sounds cool.
Okay, cool. So I am going to get sorry, the map is like throwing me all over the place.
It's weird. It seems like when one person moves it moves it for everybody, which is not a usual thing that it's ever done before.
Really weird.
Yeah, because it was doing it on my end too.
Yeah.
Like it keeps zooming in, and I'm trying to zoom out.
I don't want it to sync view. Can I have it unsync view?
Did you do this as a map or as a scene?
I did it as a scene, which is
That's
hold
why.
on. Really? Because that's weird.
Yes,
'cause
it has to be a map for it.
That's the way I've always done it. That's weird. Huh.
It's in one of its recent updates. There's a
Gotcha,
difference
gotcha.
between scenes and maps.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm just trying to move my token, and it's I like measured it out, and it's about 70,
Okay.
and my jump speed is 90.
Okay.
So I'm gonna land here, and then my reach is 10 times normal from plasticity powers.
Okay.
Oh my god, I just need to be able to see this person. This is so irritating.
That's weird because I have it's centered on mine.
Okay. Can I grab this guy up here, this guy, and this person?
All right.
And then that'll be my action this turn, is just like snagging those 3 people.
Okay. So yeah, we see these like these symbiote tentacles extend out and like grab all of them. I imagine it like puts like a protective cocoon around all of them.
Yeah, that's great.
As you're able to like bring them in, and now you've got like all of these people with you. All right, and then that's gonna bring it back to exploit.
Did our focus reset or anything?
Yeah, everything is gonna be back up to full.
Beautiful. You know, I'm never asking that question with good intent in my heart. Okay. Owlbear. Are we chill yet? Probably not. Oh.
That's
I
so
think,
weird.
I think we're following you as you zoom, or somebody. Because I'm zooming in and out as somebody's zooming out.
Huh.
Oh, it says syncing view. It's synced to GM and into Hellhound. So that's what it says off the side. I don't know if that.
I just turned that off on my end. I don't want to sync it for anybody.
Okay, I think it's unsynced on my end. Okay.
Okay, cool.
I think that might fix it. All right.
What?
Fingers
Delightful.
crossed.
Yep, I'm moving mine. Nothing's happening. Does anything happen to anyone else?
I'm zooming in.
Oh, I just got way zoomed out.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
just talking to somebody the other day about how I really like Owlbear Radio, and there's a lot of cool things it does.
Well,
It is
I
still
can,
cool.
It's still
Yeah.
very cool.
I can fly over to the giant cloud.
All right.
And let's see here. I feel like we can already see what's gonna happen.
No.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna use 100 points of focus. Oh no, sorry. I'm gonna use about 140 points of focus. And I'm gonna try a supernova. Why not? You know.
How much focus does that leave you at?
140 minus 15. I still have a low amount, but enough to do an energy
okay.
absorption. It should be enough. Let me double check my math, but I think I left myself with exactly enough.
See, I saw you shutting down the powers of the cloud, and I was like, I don't know how that's gonna work, but
Yeah. Okay. Does the cloud have one just big resilience defense?
I mean, it has a stat block, so.
Okay. Beautiful.
Um,
Alrighty. Then let's make a go attack at it. Okay. So I currently have a 22. I'm gonna fish for fantastic real quick. So 1 karma spent. Gonna spend a 2nd karma. I've learned.
that's so amazing.
So I spent 3 karma, didn't get that, but still got a 22 on the roll with a 6, I believe. So that is 45 initially plus. What's 140 divided by 2? So that is. God, I hate math. Why'd I do this to myself? So that's 115 damage to the cloud of just pure Phoenix fire. So
Cool.
hopefully the symbiote's also weak to fire.
So as you extend this Phoenix fire, you see that the face on the front of this cloud, the giant symbiote eyes begin to glow as this fire shoots through the cloud, and you see that smoke begins to expand out of it, and as it does that, it actually starts to expand. So
Oh no.
it doesn't actually take 115 damage. It actually
Beautiful.
gains 115 focus.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm excited to see this. Let's go.
Read the rule book this time, motherfuckers.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I have faith in us. Can only absorb that, once per everything's happening until it spends that focus. So we got it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, AWOL, you're up.
So I forgot this last time. I get 2 actions every turn. And I forgot that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take these 3 people, sorry, 1 second. Okay. Okay, cool. I want to take these people 30 feet back. And how far? Wait. I'm sorry. I've got to measure something because this is gonna matter. Yeah, I'm gonna take them about 30 feet back, which takes them to like these cars.
All right.
Can I just move the tokens, or do you want to move the tokens?
You can move it.
Okay, cool. So I'm moving them like just back here. And then that gives me 60 feet of movement left to ram this cloud.
Cool.
Cool. So I swing and ram this here cloud. I'm going to use Smash. And I'm going to spend 50 focus.
All right.
On my Smash. And I'm also using one of my reactions to ram.
All right. So that you know, it has damage reduction 4.
Cool. Okay, let me make that attack. Ooh, baby. Hold on. That is an ultimate fantastic success. I'm going to use, so it takes 3 times the damage because of Smash. Or I'm sorry, because I'm ramming.
Okay.
Oh my god, I've got to get a calculator. 1 second. So it is 68 plus 25 times 3 times 2. So I hit it for 218 damage. And then I'm going to energy absorb with my second of 3 reactions to gain 218 focus.
Crazy. All right. Where is the thing?
I can't take all of that, though. I can only go up to 120. And I think as I am flying through the air and I'm punching it, I am shouting leave these people alone.
Oh yeah.
And I'm punching a cloud, which is a wild statement. A cloud of goo?
All right. There it is. All right.
Oh, also, apparently the cloud is prone? Violence.
Cloud lay down.
A ram attack on a fantastic success means that the target is prone.
Trying to figure out the logistics of how that works.
I mean, if it doesn't make sense, then it just doesn't happen.
I'm just looking for the math on this.
Oh yeah, because it's the 218. Oh shit, because it's. Oh, I can redo that because it should
No, you didn't do anything wrong.
be
I'm-
68 damage.
Because he's going to use the cloud's going to use its second reaction. It has elemental protection 4.
Hell yeah.
And so it is going to be able to absorb. It's going to spend 20 of its focus to absorb 40 of the points of damage that you dealt.
Okay, cool. I still hit it real hard, so I'm.
You
happy
still
with
did.
that.
So you said it was 218, and that's minus 40. Okay. All right. And that is going to make it the Cloud's turn. I think this might be the first time this whole arc that I've had something survive one attack from Jordan.
Yeah.
Been crunching the numbers in the lab all week. All right. So this thing is now gonna get to attack. I didn't think I'd make it this far. Where is the page for that?
It turns out that like you can break this game.
Pretty easily, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not that hard. Which I think is like appropriate considering it's a
Right.
superhero game.
All right, so hold on. Everything just froze on my end. There we go. All right. There it is. So it is. The Cloud is going to target AWOL in particular. Let's see, it spent 20 focus on that last one. And it is going to use Elemental Blast as like this cloud from itself like extends like this concentration of like symbiote that kind of comes out almost like a hailstorm like directly towards you. It's gonna spend 175 focus and
Sick.
So it makes a ranged attack with an edge. It gets a, let's see, we're gonna that's not an edge reroll. That's stupid. All right, I'm just gonna roll over here. Do you have any damage reduction, by the way?
I do not. No.
All right. So
I didn't feel like doing the math, so I didn't
That's
take.
honestly so fair.
I didn't take any of the damage reduction of the abilities.
So let's see. On its reroll, it got 16 plus. I swear to God.
It has to beat an 18 melee, or it's ranged.
Well, the roll was 16. It is range, but the roll was 16. That's before I added his agility bonus, which is
cool.
6. So it's going to come out to 22.
Jesus. Yeah, that definitely hits me.
All right. So it's 34 damage plus he spent 175 focus. Half of that is 82. So 82 damage plus what he rolled, which was the 14, 21, 28. So 82 plus 34.
Cool. I'm gonna energy absorb that.
Of course you are.
And I think like this huge blast of black like hits me, and the next frame, like the next panel you see is AWOL doing the Spider-Man 3 dance.
Amazing. You begin to absorb all of this symbiotic energy into you, and as you do that, you begin to like hear like echoes and flickers, and you hear a voice in your head that says,
"So predictable."
Make a ego check.
Oh no. Okay. Ego. Well, thank goodness I got a fantastic success. That is a 15 fantastic.
So here's a little lore drop about symbiotes. Is that symbiote hosts actually have a codex, which is basically a trace signature of the symbiotes that they bonded with, even after they stop bonding with that symbiote. And that is how they connect to the hive mind and allow Null to control them. So what it looks like Null is trying to do is trying to reconnect to your codex so that he can control you from the hive mind. So the more you absorb, the more you are going to run the risk.
You monster. You monster.
I had to live and break it somehow, and I made sense in canon. Fight me.
Yeah, no, that's so good.
I'm so curious how that interacts with me then. I'm so curious.
All right. But
That's
nonetheless,
so
you do.
good, Sean. That is so fucking good.
You did succeed on absorbing that damage, though, so you do get that focus, and you have for this time beat the save to not connect with Null.
That's so good. Bravo, honestly.
That is going to make it. Who is next in the initiative order? That is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
Okay, Sean. So I'm going to engage in a lot of fuckery, and I need you to hold my hand while we engage in this fuckery. Because my new power set is called Narrative, which means I gain a lot of control of different things in the narrative. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my movement action to do time travel. I want to go back to the creation of the Codex. And it says there is no limit to when I can do this or how far it is, but it is a thing that I am allowed to do. And I'm going to use the ability, what's it called? I want to make sure it's DNA manipulation. I'm going to change the codex of the symbiotes to be bonded to me instead of Null.
Holy shit!
Damn, I'm out here just trying to figure out, damn, how fast can my motorcycle go? God damn.
Holy shit! That essentially would
What
make
does that
Scheherazade
do to our timeline?
It would make Scheherazade the king in black, technically,
And
right?
not
Like
this. We
The queen in
cannot
blue.
do
they're
this.
the queen in blue.
All right. So.
All right, Sean needs to take a quick break.
What does this do to our timeline? We cannot do this.
We're gonna find out together.
Oh my
That's why
god!
Tolly told to hold my hand.
This is
Hold
the
my
most
hand.
insane
Keep on
shit.
holding.
This is the best.
Sean, it also does give you, as the GM, narrative control to say that either that can or cannot happen, or to change it as you see fit within the story.
For sure. I'm pulling up
It's not an action. It has no range. It has no duration. It just
Right.
says you can do this.
I'm pulling up the exact text right now. So you're using just the power time travel.
I'm using the power time travel and then DNA manipulation from the narrative power set.
Okay. Let me see here.
It says the character instantly moves from their current time to another time, for instance, from present to 1962. When they move to the other time, they can arrive in any place they have been to before. Otherwise, they arrive at the closest available corresponding space in the other time.
All right. So you're using DNA manipulation, you said?
Yes.
Identify, copy, and manipulate DNA. All right. So I think what this is going to be is it's going to have to be some kind of like contest, because you're essentially going to be like trying to like will the power away from Null to be able to, because like he created the symbiotes and like all like basically created the energy that created the symbiotes. So you're essentially trying to like will away like the power of the control of something from its creator. So we're gonna start with we see as you like kind of like blip and you like come back out, and you're standing where New York is currently located in time in space, but at this point in the time that you've traveled, it's literally just like open void, because this is like before the formation of the Earth, essentially. And you start to extend out with the power of Captain Universe, and we start to see like these lights extend from Scheherazade, and like the constellations that are on their body begin to glow and kind of extend and like connect all of these stars and dots across the universe, like reaching out, trying to find the living abyss and the basically the primordial ooze that ends up creating the symbiotes. Go ahead and make an ego check.
Okay. It's a 15, and I'm going to use one of my other new abilities from the time travel instant replay to allow myself to re-roll it. That's 16.
All right. So, so 16. If you'll just allow me 3 seconds to arrange how this is going to happen.
I messaged you before the game and was like, all this stuff that
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Insanely broken. I warned you.
No, this is cool. This is actually disco as fuck, because so like you're not going to succeed at what you're trying to do, but you're going to succeed at something. And basically, I think what happens is you reach out and you connect to like all of these symbiotes, and you get a glimpse into like through them, and through your connection to the symbiotes, you are like for a moment connected to Null, and you realize that Null is the darkness to the light that is the Enigma Force, and that like they were created to counteract each other, and so like they are like equal in power, and that like wrestling control away from this or from him is something that would be incredibly difficult. But I think also what you see is that as you're connected to the Enigma Force and you can see throughout space and time, you start to see the ripple effect of what would happen, and you start to see all of the shifts in time that this would cause, and how everything about the formation of the universe ends up changing by you changing this thing at the start of it. But you also, in connecting with the symbiotes and in connecting with Null's consciousness briefly, I think what you get is you actually get like a blueprint of the cerebral codex that Null uses to connect to the symbiotes. That is going to give you an edge once you get to Clintar as far as like defeating him.
That is wild. Amazing.
So, this is insane. Yeah, I love it.
Time travel shenanigans are so weird.
I'm having a paradox, like fear in my heart
Cool.
at this. I'm scared.
You come, so you like blip, like from the beginning of time, and then you blip back into where you are, and you look at the black cloud, and it is just the faintest shade of navy blue.
Okay. And I still have my, because it doesn't count as an action, so I'm going to try one more thing, and then I'm going to end my turn.
Cool.
Since I can't manipulate the DNA of Null, I want to try and manipulate the DNA of the cloud. So I want a giant magic book to appear in front of me with the name of the cloud, and it says that it's made out of symbiote. I'm going to gently, with a very nice pen, cross through symbiote, and I'm going to put water.
Interesting. I like it. Yeah, because I think that with what you did going back in time, you now have like intimate knowledge of like the symbiotes and their DNA and their makeup, and so that is absolutely something that you can do. So yeah, you begin to do that, and you're using DNA manipulation. I'm gonna say, like we're still, this is still like kind of an instant, like beat the monster. So we're gonna have some kind of roll with it. So go ahead and make an ego check, and we're gonna compare it against the resilience defense of the monster.
God.
Uh, 23.
Nice. All right. So you like extend your hands out and like holding the book in one hand after you like cross his name out and written water, and you all begin to see that this black cloud begins to turn into like a normal cumulonimbus cloud, and that the black sludge that is raining from it just begins to turn into normal rain. Does it retain its consciousness?
I'll say yes, just because I don't want to completely break it. I want it just to lose access to its connection to Null. That's what I really want, is for it to lose access to its connection to Null and be its own independent entity that happens to be made out of water. I want a sentient cloud, not a sentient evil cloud, is my intention. So that retains Sean still being able to use the beastie while also not completely breaking it.
Interesting. So I think that it still has its consciousness and its motivation that brought it here, which is like its service to Null. No, it's just not connected to the hive mind anymore in a way that Null can remote pilot it.
I want it in the most Scheherazade way of possible, trying to save people and thinking that there's good in everybody. I want it to have free will and a choice.
I love that. And I think that and honestly, mechanically, there's an easy shift here because most of its attacks are like elemental, and basically it's using the swarm element for the symbiote stuff. So we're just going to change the element to water. So it is still a sentient cloud. It's just now you're going to have to deal with this thing trying to flood the city instead of this thing turning everybody into symbiote monsters. I dig that. That's so cool. All right. So Jumper, you've just seen this gigantic black cloud of symbiote turn into a normal rain cloud. And there's still like a torrent of rain and water coming from it that is like now beginning to flood the streets below. What are you going to do?
Cry.
It's like, this is way too much going on.
Oh, like I'm just a guy. Okay, I'm still in
You're my guy.
Yeah, I suppose. The streets are flooding.
Yes, all of these people are now in danger of being flooded.
Okay, well, then we are gonna do crowd management.
That is a big part of being a hero.
Yes. I think first is before they swing down to like go the fuck inside. 'Cause you see people outside first of all. It's crazy. How do I use this measuring tool? Where is it? There we go. Okay, that seems I could swing down there. Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement to swing down to these lovely people down here. Wait. How do you not? Okay, I know how to use owlbear. I'm so smart. Right. Okay. Then we're going to use would they resist if I grab them with my web?
I think that they're citizens of New York. If a superhero swings through and grabs them, there's like, yeah, this is Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to how many people can I grab? I think I can only grab one person at a time. I don't know. Can I grab one person with one arm and then grab them with my web? Someone else with the other?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You can do that.
Okay. Which one of them? I'm just gonna yell at this white guy to go inside, and then I'm gonna do. Let me quick web grab. Yes, I'll roll. See that? Okay, that's a 10. I'm assuming that works to grab one of them. I don't think they're resisting.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't. I mean, they're a willing creature, so you don't.
Okay.
They're not resisting you, so you shouldn't actually have to roll.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna grab them, and I use my movement to get down here. So I guess on my next turn, I will bring them up to a roof where there's no flooding.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you like gather all of them together. The hipster in the middle is like, "Be careful, I don't have insurance."
Join the club, bud.
Hellhound, you're up.
Okay, great. Seeing all this happen, I'm gonna summon a portal. And I'm gonna summon a portal to take me from where I am here to down here, and leave the portal open and just start yelling at people. All right, hop in, flood's coming.
I love the visual of like the portal like opening up on the rooftop and you like ramping your motorcycle through it and like peeling out the other end and like shouting for everybody to get in.
All right, let's go.
And a bunch of them start running into the portal. And
the other half of the portal takes them up to the top of the building where we were.
Stanley says, "That's the Ghost Rider. I thought he'd be taller."
Shut up. Get in the portal.
All right. So, yeah, all of them.
And that's my turn. Real quick. 15 seconds. In, out.
Hell yeah. All right. So we're going to put all of them up on the roof. And that is going to make it Exploit's turn.
Hi, sorry. I was looking up speculative information on weather, heat, and water. See how hot I would have to burn it to turn the water vapor in a cloud completely into like steam and not maintain a form. I did not find an answer.
I think it is the formula for that is probably you are going to have to deal damage to it equal to its remaining health.
Fine. My brain started getting stuck on the speculative element of like how hot would it need to be, so I got real locked in. Okay, that's fine. I have not been hit yet, so I think I'm gonna ram the cloud.
Hell yeah. Ram that cloud.
Yeah, I think like I'm going to just straight up fly back a little bit and then fly into it, just to hit it. Okay, that is a 19 to hit.
Its melee defense is a 14.
Okay. So, not a ton of damage. That's only 26. Got low on the marble die.
Well, it would be times 3.
Oh, times 3. Forgot. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
it's double for a normal attack.
So what would it look like to do the thing that you were speculating doing? because Michael did not leave it with a lot of hit points.
Very funny. I was just imagining completely like running into it or shooting enough fire that like it just kind of wasn't there after a second of hitting it. Like just hit the cloud with fire, the cloud is gone.
Yeah. So you fly into this thing and you do the Shoryuken, and like the trail of flame follows, and the whole cloud just evaporates.
I'm also gonna absorb the damage I would have taken, just so because I have 2 reactions. Just to clear that up, so I didn't take any damage, because that would be bad if the Phoenix gets hit.
And I totally forgot last turn to act with these 3 symbiotes, but they're still there. And that's gonna make it AWOL's turn.
Cool. I think AWOL's just like standing in the rain, like Andy Dufresne at the end of Shawshank.
Suddenly, it gets incredibly humid. Like you're so sweaty.
Oh God. And I really don't want to hurt these people, so I am going to just. It feels weird to say I don't want to hurt them, so I'm going to use Clobber. But that's just like my regular attack.
Right.
So I'm gonna give him the old one too. That is a 15 to hit.
15. I think that hits. I've got
for 58 damage.
I've got too many pages open. Yeah, their melee defense is actually a 17.
Oh shit. Okay, then I miss. But I've got another attack.
All right, go for it.
Ooh, hell yeah. That is a 22. For 68, and it is a fantastic success.
Nice.
So it's 136.
Whew. I feel like so describe to me how you clobber this symbiote so hard that it incapacitates it, but not hard enough to kill the person inside of it.
I think what happens is I've got it. So my additional hand that is AWOL like reaches over and pulls the head off of the symbiote, like the head of the symbiote off of the person, and I just punch the head of just the symbiote.
That's so fun. Just like taffy just stretches out.
Yeah.
That's really funny. And like you get a glimpse of the regular person's head underneath watching this happen.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing just goes limp and just like drips off the person. And he looks back up because that's the coolest shit I've ever seen.
Oh, thanks. You might want to run.
Yeah, gonna. And he just books it for the alley. All right. That would be, so these other 2 are going to attack both of you.
Cool.
And the first one is going to take a swing. Let's see. He gets a 20 to hit on AWOL.
That hits.
He is going to deal, let's see. I think he's doing his Venom Bash. So, it's not a fantastic success, so it doesn't really matter. He is going to deal 18 damage.
Cool. I will take it.
And then the other one swings up and is going to attack attack exploit. In fact, I think that he actually like slings some like razor webs at you. So that's going to be an agility attack. Gets an 18 to hit.
18 is mine as well.
All right, and that is going to be 22 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Oh, actually, it would be 44 damage because it is a fantastic success.
Oh well, so that's not good. So I think you noticed the second like Zinnia gets hit. How much was that again? 44 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, you notice Zinnia get hit, and then the fire around her wings start to just burn a little bit more intense. And all four of her eyes are, I think, looking down at that symbiote with nothing more than pure rage and malice. And I think in a voice that is both Zinnia's and deeper and more ancient and ethereal than Zinnia's. It just says you shouldn't have done that.
Hell yeah.
I am
you
the
are
victim.
nothing! All right. So you're also bleeding, by the way. And that is going to make it Scheherazad's turn.
Okay. So all the people have been evacuated?
There are still a couple people like on this side of the crosswalk, but there is a portal now from the street right here that they could get into, but somebody who could help them get in there a little bit faster wouldn't be bad.
Okay. And how many symbiotes are left?
There are the two symbiotes that are both squaring up against AWOL and Exploit.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement to teleport in front of Exploit. I'm going to use the ability Duplicate Self and make a second Scheherazade. And I'm going to use the ability Telekinetic Attack to hit twice with both of them against the symbiotes.
I said, look, we're going out. Let's go out with a bang.
And I will roll for that. I hope I hit the right button. What do I have? Oh, make a logic attack. That's a 15.
All right. And I'm sorry, you're hitting the symbiotes?
Yeah.
And is that against their agility or their melee?
That is a logic attack against their melee defense.
It is their melee defense is 17.
Okay.
Do you want to spend a karma to try and?
No, I will use one more thing before in my turn. I will put up a teleport. I'll put up a telekinetic barrier around us, and they have to roll something against that. They have to roll an agility defense.
All right.
The character makes a logic check and compares the results against their agility defense. So I'll make a logic check.
Which is a 17.
Okay. 12's not enough to do it. So it is. On success, the character chooses which side of the barrier the target wants to wind up on. So they can choose to be on the inside or the outside. But either way, there's a small barrier up.
All right. Let me put a second Scheherazade down.
I'll have to roll twice because I did the barrier once. I'll do a second one. Same result. Never mind.
This just reminds me, Multiple Man, underrated character. Like, that is, so if that's the end of your turn, then that goes to Jumper. You are muted.
I'm trying to find where our homie the Phoenix is on this map for me. That's I'm like.
They are all the way over here fighting these symbiotes back here.
Dang. R.I.P. to that symbiote. I'm nowhere near there.
You and I are on civilian duty.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I could save that guy. Nope. I'm gonna scoop up these 3 like I said in the line. And what the building that we're over there? Yeah, I'm just gonna yoink them back up to the building. So
all right,
I'm gonna take these folk, swing them up there with me. I don't know. Yeah, well, we'll do it together.
Sounds good. Yeah, you take a big old swing and you land on the rooftop up there, and you can see that there are people that are coming out of the portal that Hellhound made. And you kind of see them on the other side of the portal.
Oh, okay. Can I use the portal in the opposite direction?
Yeah, absolutely. And then you'll just end up back down here on the street.
Beautiful. That's what I'm going to do. Jump the portal. I don't know why I went to the portal.
It's
portal
fun.
is so useful.
Pop and think I'm next to you now.
All right. All right, and that is going to make it Hellhound's turn.
Great. How many people reasonably can I fit on my motorcycle?
Safely, I would say 2.
Unsafely?
You're killing me.
I just want to know my options here.
I would say 2 is already kind of pushing it on a one-person.
Okay. Well, then I will just use my turn just to grab on my motorcycle, scoot and grab this civilian and this civilian and bring them on back to the portal. So
all right.
Scoot back on up.
Cool.
And that's my turn.
All right. So both of them are on top of the building.
Yes.
I like the visual of you're riding through this flooding street, and the flames coming off of your wheels are causing all of the steam coming up. So you've got the steam back trail coming behind you. It's sick. That's gonna make it Exploit's turn.
Well,
sorry, random citizen number 7.
Yeah, how many symbiotes are left?
It's just the 2. Yeah, it's the 2.
Okay. So, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would you consider a fist a handheld weapon?
I would, yeah.
Cool. So, because I have yeah.
An insane question.
I've been deciding whether or not to have a move here. So elemental infusion was what I was looking at. However, it does kind of suck. So instead, I'm just going to fly directly down at the one that hit me. I don't know which one that is.
All right.
Which one is the one that punched me?
We're gonna. It was this one actually. I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at.
Okay.
But this
cool.
one.
Yeah, I'm going to ram into it.
All right.
Because I must charge at it full speed, to harm it. I'm so sorry. I really don't want this person to die. I'm praying that I'm bad.
I can help.
Okay. So, I rolled a 17 to hit.
Means it beats it.
Well, the thing is, I get an edge on all attacks. So I'm gonna obviously spend it.
I'm gonna interpose on this.
All right.
All right. Let me see here. Because I don't know how to roll with an edge on fucking demiplane. So I struggle with this every time.
But you roll and then hit reroll, and it'll let you click which dice you want to reroll.
Yeah, I'll hit reroll and do that, and then it's still just
It doesn't change if the reroll is lower.
Okay.
So that might be what's happening.
Okay, so that is the issue because I got a fantastic success.
All right.
With my edge reroll. So, that is 124 damage.
Okay.
Well, it's a ram, so that's actually not that. I have to add one more bit of it. I am so sorry. This is gonna hurt real bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get knocked out because I already used my. I haven't spent focus yet.
Because I was gonna say, I was like, the implications of you using energy absorption on getting hit by the Phoenix are
Yeah,
not something I want to comprehend right now.
I can't do it, so I'm just gonna get knocked out.
Okay, that's...
Wait, I'm gonna use blink defense to move you out of the way.
But if
I don't want
the
the
reason he's
person
doing
to
that
die.
is to keep the person from dying.
Yeah.
Oh, then.
I'm gonna be doing 186
And I do it
damage.
twice because there's 2 versions of me.
It won't knock me out. It's gonna take me down to 6.
Okay.
Cool. And I am no longer bleeding because I have the healing factor. So as long as you heal 1, the bleeding stops. So I am down to like 20-something health right now. So
Alright.
cool. Oh, that was a ram. That wasn't even my attack. Silly me. My bad. I'm going to just make a standard punch.
I want you to roll ego to see, like, because AWOL jumped in front to block your incoming attack. I want you to roll ego to see if you can recognize him in your rage as a friend.
I got a 20. I got a 20 fantastic.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I think with Fantastic, you not only recognize that he's your friend, but you, at that moment, have a moment of clarity and realize that you almost just killed a random person and that your friend just took the brunt of the damage to keep that from happening.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think there's a mix of horror on her face of, like this is the first time she's been dealing with this immense source of power and has struggled to 100 has lost control of it with such a severity.
Right.
And I think she spends. So am I out of Berserk?
I'm gonna say that you can choose to have the Berserk end.
I will have it end. Yeah, I will spend the rest of my action ending that Berserk and flying further away from the battle.
All right. That's right. Run away from your problems.
She's a little horrified right now. It's for the best she is not nearby for a second.
All right. Well, AWOL, you definitely have a couple broken ribs.
Yeah.
And are trying.
I do have a healing factor, so
Right.
at least I gain 7 more.
Trying to regain a full lung of air. What is your next action?
Ooh, I'm gonna ground shaking stomp to try to knock the symbiote of these other 2 guys.
Cool.
Just so that I can spend some focus. So that if I get hit again, I don't just die. Okay. So that is a melee check against the agility defense. And it's going to hit all of them.
All right.
And that is... Can I use the fantastic success that I got to not kill them instead of doubling the damage?
Yeah. I love that, actually.
Cool. So they get hit for 68.
All right. Yeah. That's sick.
And I think it's the same thing. I think I smash into the ground, and instead of what it normally is the symbiote goes out and smashes people up in the air. I think this time what it is the symbiote goes down into the ground and then pulls the symbiote off of the other two people.
I dig that. All right. Cool. So that is going to make it. Let's see, the symbiote's turn. They are the first one's going to attack the Scheherazade clone. And it is actually, you know what? They're both actually going to use Spider Strike, so they can both attack both of you.
Cool.
All right, so the first one gets a 13 to hit on AWOL. Or actually, a 13 to hit on both of you because it's the single attack against both. And I'm guessing 13 has not beat the melee defense for
No,
AWOL.
my melee is in the floor. It's at 12, but I do have a thing for this. I have telekinetic protection.
All
I
right.
can do as a reaction. And around both of us, we kind of look at each other like, Jinx! And then bubbles appear around us. Telekinetic bubbles appear around us.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's like those, like on the art for Captain Universe, how it's like the orbs connected by the lines, like those kind of like stretch out from you, and like these like glowing balls connected by these like lights, these streams of light, kind of create these bubbles around you. It would be 44 damage. How much does telekinetic the barrier block?
It cuts it by 20.
All right, so you'll take
it by 20.
24 damage. And then the second guy is going to attack both of you. He gets a 16 to hit. He gets a 22 to hit.
Definitely hits.
That one does hit me.
And that is going to be 30 damage.
Okay, cool. I've now spent some so I can... Okay, cool. I'm going to energy absorb that.
All right, go ahead and roll ego.
I'm going to spend a karma,
All right.
and that is a 15.
All right. This symbiote like hits you and you absorb it into you, and you start to like feel your vision kind of like blurring, and you can start to like feel your consciousness like ratchet like back and forth between where you are now and standing on Clintar, and it seems that Null is beginning to start to break through and try and capture your codex.
Okay. That sounds bad.
But you do get the 30 focus off of that. And Scheherazade, you would take the 30 damage.
Okay.
And that is going to make it Scheherazade's turn.
And so there's still one guy left.
Right.
Gotcha.
Is there one or is there two?
I guess there are still two, yeah.
What am I gonna do? There's still people inside, so I can't kill them. Right. Okay, I am going to blink a distance back from them. With me, and I'm going to leave my other Scheherazade is going to blink in the opposite direction. The clone is going to grab him to keep him still, and I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to shoot him with the telekinetic attack. So one's doing telekinetic grab to hold him still, and the other one, and the main Scheherazade is doing telekinetic attack. So
All right.
I have to do a logic against their melee defense. That's a 17.
All right, a 17 hits.
Okay, that's to hold him still. What does it do? And they're pinned. Wait, no, they're not pinned. Is the attack successful? That's only on fantastic break. So to break free, they need to hit a 20 on their melee attack, on their melee check.
All right. And so what have you encased them in?
I think several like books pages are gonna come out and they're gonna wrap around him, like some material pages gonna wrap around him. And then the other Scheherazade is going to do an attack. That's 21, and that does 30 damage.
The other Scheherazade is crazy. Is that to one of them or to both of them?
To one of them.
All right.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
That is going to make it Jumper's turn.
Hey guys, it's me. Lovely. Can I with this? Hold on. My bad. I am going to web myself onto the back of Hellhound's bike, so the next time she goes around, I can also just scoop up more people. Like
You are on roller skates.
yes, I am on roller skates.
I like
You're
it.
fucking
I like it.
Hell yeah.
I'm picturing like
That's so rad.
for Napoleon Dynamite, where he's like, "Can you give me a ride into town?"
Yeah, that's basically it. They're gonna web themselves to the back of the motorcycle, and so the next time Hellhound goes around to get people, I think we'd be able to grab
That's
probably everybody else left.
that's so good.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
This is probably not rules as written, but it's disco as fuck. So I'm gonna let you say that you can use your grab action. You can hold that action until you
Yes.
like get next to those people, so that as Hellhound whips you around, because Hellhound is up next, you
Yeah.
can grab some people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm grabbing people. Jumper's grabbing people. We're just throwing people into this
Yes.
portal.
Amazing.
Sean, how many would you say that we can get between the two of us?
What is your
With my
what is
so
your
I'm
movement?
I'm on the motorcycle.
Right.
The motorcycle, if I'm controlling it with possessed vehicle, I believe its speed is doubled, so 48 spaces.
All right, so I'm gonna say basically with Jumper towing behind you and being able to like kind of like web people and grab them and presumably be like catching them in a web net that they're also dragging. That anybody that you can like move your token to, and anybody you have enough movement to move your token to, you will automatically grab. Jumper will automatically grab.
Okay, 5. Like total number of spaces, or just
so,
like anybody who's
so-
within the range?
Well, it's like, so you'll move it to the first one, and that's 10, and then plus, then moving it to the next one adds to your total, and then once you've used
Okay, I
that
have
much.
to do. Hold on,
You have to
I
do
gotta-
math, darn it.
God
you have to
dang
interact
it.
with the mechanics of the game, dang
I gotta do
Disgusting.
math. Okay, 11 plus 13. 24 plus plus 9 plus
Like, I'm
7.
doing work for this to not turn into, yeah, that happens.
Okay, I think we can get 4.
Okay.
We can
All right,
get
cool,
we
I
can
dig
get
it.
this one, this one, this one, this one, and have enough to scoot back to the portal.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we get this awesome thing of Hellhound driving around with Jumper like skitching behind and like webbing out on either end and grabbing people and pulling them in. And so you have 4 people that because you have spider strength, you can just easily just like carry 4 people on your back that you're then like holding on to as you're being whipped around. And one of them is screaming. One of them is on several antidepressants and is fine. And I think,
Lexapro really makes you stare symbiotes in the face and say, that's fine.
Yeah, this might as well happen. All right. And next is going to be back to the top of the order with Exploit.
I'm good now. I'm
running
normal
for your
now.
problems.
I'm not running from them. I think first she genuinely like flies away, takes a second, and like sees that ultimately her friends are still fighting, and like truly just felt too afraid to be near them for a little bit. And I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to fly back, but at a distance still. And I'm going to be firing like an elemental barrage or something like that.
Cool.
To help at a safe, normal, I'm not going to kill the people I love distance.
Love it.
Now let me see elemental. What is it? Elemental barrage. I have a lot of powers to look through. I'm realizing that now.
I'm also remembering that at some point in this all going on, the Angela's ship showed up and has also started rescuing people from the streets and getting all of the other people to safety.
Okay. What's the resilience defense again?
The resilience defense is 14.
Cool. Yeah, so I'm just like essentially shooting almost Dragon Ball Z style. A thing of fire just like right in there.
Hell yeah.
It'll be fine probably. Oh. Yeah, so that was a fantastic success. I got a 20. Fantastic. Elemental Barrage means that I think they take full damage.
All right,
Great.
cool.
Great,
How much is that?
That's 90.
All right. And this is fire, correct?
I'm aware.
I'm
So, I
glad
have
that
a
we
question.
learned from our...
We've seen what fire does to symbiote, right?
Yes. I'm not concerned about the symbiote. I'm concerned about the person underneath the symbiote.
I'm aware, which is why, like, Zinnia with full knowledge of, like, yes, this would... She has her faculties, right? I'm shooting it as far, like, down within it, like... I'm trying to account, like, oh, they don't get hit direct on. It would still do the damage, but, like, for narrative, like, I'm shooting it a little bit of away. So, like, they get hit with the aftershock of the fire and not just I threw the fire on them.
I dig it. I also am going to say that, so that's enough to kill them. AWOL, your action is next. So I'm going to say that this is what you see. So you see that Exploit flies back, fires this elemental blast of fire, and you see like the symbiotes beginning to melt away, and like as that happens, like they react the way that symbiotes do to like the elements that they're averse to, where they kind of like expand outwards, and you for a moment catch a glimpse of the people inside the symbiotes that are in danger of this like cloud of fire that is appearing, and you have a moment to where you might be able to grab and pull them out. But it is going to take some agility on your part. What are you doing?
I'm going to do that.
Hell yeah. I'm going to have you just do a non-combat agility check.
Cool. I don't know how high this needs to be. I'm going to spend a karma.
The rules as written, I'm supposed to tell you what the target number is.
Oh,
so
okay.
the target number is 14.
Oh, okay. I rolled a 17.
All right, cool. Yeah, so like I think you like leap backwards, and as you do that, you send like 2 webs out that like grab both of their chests, and like you pull them backwards with you as like they stretch out of the symbiotes, and the symbiotes
Sick.
begin to like burn away from this big cloud of fire.
Very cool.
Sick. That's awesome.
And Angela and so we see like the streets are continuing, like the flood is continuing to like sweep through the streets, but it's starting to recede as all of the people who were in the danger zone have begun to evacuate. On this rooftop that you were all on, Angela's ship begins to land. For those of you who are on the street, the portal is still open.
I will walk back through the portal to go meet up with everybody.
Hell yeah. And I think that that is a good place to take our 10-minute break. So we are going to go ahead and do that, and we'll be right back. right, welcome back, everybody. I think we've shifted around a little bit. There we go. All right. And we are back. So all of you have defeated the symbiote cloud that became a normal cloud and are back up on the roof with Angela and Kid Loki there with Asgard's Reach. I forget, did Angela meet Jumper yet?
Yes.
I think briefly, yeah, because you sent them back to this this universe.
Yeah, they're number one.
Great.
Oh yeah.
Is everybody muted?
No.
No.
I'm
No.
No.
Weird. Hold on.
Are we being silenced for you, Sean?
Sean's computer. What are you doing?
You can hear us now. Yeah.
Wait, stream could hear all of that? That's crazy.
No, stream could hear like when
Oh.
you were talking earlier. It was a thing with like I don't know. My computer's weird.
Okay.
And-
I was about to say, man, I was saying some.
It's fine. I said on business on everything I said. Whatever you heard, chat, I meant it. Make the clips. I'm ready for the fucking inevitable documentary that'll be on YouTube about how problematic that Barnaby is on the internet.
Incredible. You ruse me nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer. Anyway, we're back on this rooftop. The Asgard's Reach has just landed, and Angela and Kid Loki disembark. What I was trying to remember was whether or not they had met Jumper, and they indeed have, as they're the ones who sent them back to this universe. So they disembark. They see all of you, and they say, or Angela says, seems like we've like gone around our ass to get to our elbow on this one, but I think we better finally go deal with this Clintar thing now that we're all here.
Clint, what? Who?
Oh, you're new here. That's right. So this whole thing started with us trying to stop Noel, who's the guy who's doing all of the stuff. He's the guy who made the cloud, and we actually have coordinates to get to his home planet. And so we're going to go pay him a visit. You want to come along?
Sure.
You sound excited.
I just don't want your shit spilling over into my dimension again. So I'll help you sort this shit out so it doesn't become
Awesome.
my problem later.
That sounds
So
great.
kind of you. Awesome.
We like enthusiastic consent around these parts. So glad you're on board. With that, you see that Kid Loki is like firing up the ship again for all of you to board. And we get with the next panel, like we turn the page, we see the next panel of the ship flying into orbit, or like leaving the Earth's atmosphere, and we see it flying through space, presumably towards Clintar. I like the idea of while we pull tight into the actual like ship, the ship's interior, that this is the first time that there's been downtime for a while for a lot of you. So are there any conversations that are being had or interactions that we're seeing?
Zinnia's gonna go up to Michael, absolutely. Looking a bit like a very sad. And just like they're fully healed now, thankfully, because they got hurt pretty bad in that fight. Um, where's Michael at on the ship? Like, what's he up to?
I think Michael is like again explaining pop culture to AWOL, like in a storage area or something.
You walk back and you just hear,
Oh, I was wondering what Labubu meant.
Yeah, they're these like weird little dolls with faces. I don't get them, but people like them, and like I
They
guess
sound fun. I kind of want one.
should we get one?
We can get one.
Okay.
I wonder if I could bond with one of those. Make a little
That
symbiote
would be so cool.
Labubu.
I think Zinnia walks in on this conversation. Michael,
Oh, hey.
hey, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm always going to be okay. You guys.
But I'm sorry. I don't remember exactly what happened in the fight. Things got a little weird there, but I remember hitting you really hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but like that's what I'm like you've been with me and you've helped me so like this feels like opportunity 1 of 100 for me to make it up to you. So Uh, I forgive you.
Okay. Uh, thank you. When you had the sword, did you ever have that sort of like kind of voice in your head just being like, be worse, be stronger, but be worse?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and any advice, and I'm not saying that I kind of look up to like in my head. Not saying you're bad, you're just really strong. I don't know how to do that. Extra dimensional, multiversal, weird power Phoenix, hard to deal with.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I mean,
Um,
I had an ancient god in my head. You have an ancient uh force?
yeah, kind of like a forced nature, I guess. It's not dissimilar. Kind of probably opposite ends of the spectrum, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you have any notes, I'd greatly appreciate them.
Look,
I feel like I messed that fight up real bad.
I think the only thing y- the big thing that I've learned from all of this is that like that's what other people are for, right? Like that's why that's what friends are for. I know that sounds really corny, but like that's what friends are for. If you ever feel like you're losing control again, just think of your friends. Let me know, I guess. I don't know. We
Um,
can be accountability buddies.
yeah, absolutely. I
Cool.
think like they smile a little bit. It'll be pretty easy to tell if I'm going a little, you know,
Oh yeah, your all of your eyes turned red. It was wild.
did at least look a little cool.
Oh, it was so metal. It was like there was the black cloud. Like it was really cool. If I would have had a camera, I would have taken a picture.
Uh, I think that's honestly a great place for that scene to end for me personally.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Uh, and while that conversation's happening, um, did what are the other three of you doing?
Think Scheherazade would be looking to catch up with Hellhound as they not been around
Mm-hmm.
since the Ghost Rider thing. I think I would first absorb the
Yeah.
second Scheherazade back into me, and float my way down the hallway looking for Hellhound.
Yeah, I think I'm probably in like the mess hall, kitchen, whatever we got on board, just getting a snack after all that, and see Scheherazade coming around the corner, and I'm like, I have been meaning to tell you, you look so good in blue.
Oh, thank you. It's very expired by Zinnia.
How do
Um,
you? That's really sweet.
that lovely person. I would not have been on the path that I ended up on if it was not for them. So it felt like a nice tribute. I heard that you had nice things to say about my alternative self as well. And I love this new look that you have going on.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I can kind of turn my head into a flaming skull sometimes. Um,
Oh, very nice.
yeah, kind of caused a little drama on board for a bit there, but we're cool.
I'm also just wanted to say thank you for taking care of everyone while I was gone.
I think Hellhound kind of chuckles and is like, you know, we all just kind of took care of each other. We needed you. You know what to say, and you're smart and you're level-headed. And the rest of us are really hot-headed. Literally, and I point to my head.
How are you and Angela? I'm sure this has been quite the ordeal.
Yeah, I we're good. You know, things can get a little complicated when a princess of hell and a princess of heaven sort of fall in love in lesbian, but you make it work.
You're living together.
Huh?
Do you live together now?
Well, I guess on the ship, yeah. I mean, we haven't really thought that far ahead. I guess it's kind of hard to think about the future when everything's so right now fighting null, you know? It's just one battle to the next to the next to the next. Does it feel like that for you too? That it
Hmm.
just keeps going?
I've lived a very long time, and things are always going, so it's important, at least in my mind, to constantly be fighting for the future because we'll eventually get there, and that's something to look forward to. There's always going to be atrocities and dangerous things happening here in the present, but it doesn't I think it's important to look forward to the future.
I gotta go talk to Angela. I'll catch up with you later. I think
Oh, okay.
I gotta go talk. I'll be back. I'm gonna go run off to find Angela.
You do that. Jumper, I think that, where are you on the ship?
Well, I don't necessarily know the landscape of the ship. I feel like was
I don't either.
probably yeah, I was probably started off in like a main area with everybody else before they sort of just like wandered off. Um, uh,
I think that you're kind of like wandering through the ship, and you kind of like walk into the room right as Hellhound's saying, "I've got to go talk to Angela," and run off, and Scheherazade is there.
Oh, hello, Jumper.
Hello, Scheherazade.
How are you enjoying your time in this dimension?
I enjoy seeing you. Guy comes
Oh,
up and crouches. Sits sits perched like a Spider-Man inappropriately on a chair someplace.
Charizard kind of folds her legs, still floating, but just sits like cross-legged with her like cape. Her big
Everybody's
cloak
sitting
sort of like
bisexually.
I guess.
everyone's sitting bisexually. Oh, standing in bisexual lighting. So, will you be staying with us, or do you have plans to return back to your dimension?
Well, my dimension needs its spider. Just helping.
Greatly appreciate your help.
Yeah. They told me that they
That's
lost you, so I went to help.
what's my Scheherazade like? Or what am I like in your dimension?
Uh, well, she was spectacular.
Was is she still with us, or have I perished in another timeline?
I don't know.
Well, if you found me here, then in all the infinite universes, I have no doubt that you'll find me there. And should you need help, I'd be more than happy to assist.
I appreciate that.
Though we've never met in this dimension until this moment, I hope that whatever version of you always finds me, should you need the help.
I'm sure I will. You know, I met a few of you.
I hope they were all helpful, as much as I can be. I know I'm not always wisest or the smartest, but I do try to be kind, and I hope that extends itself over every universe.
It does.
This is your first time in space. Have you been here before?
I've been to space before.
Oh, you're a veteran. That's quite
Uh,
lovely to hear.
yeah, I like to keep to my dimension and my New York. You know, sometimes I think we get lost. We as superheroes get lost in the bigger adventures and
Yeah.
forget why we started doing this in the first place.
And why did you start doing it?
I got really lost, not metaphorically.
Oh. So, have you found your way again? Is all this superhero and all this adventuring, is it all in an effort to find oneself?
I'm I know who I am.
And who are you?
I am Jumper.
Plainly said. You know, one of my favorite books opens with someone pronouncing who they are. It says, "Call me Ishmael." And it's not that very clever.
Yes.
Plainly state who you are at the beginning of the story so that you always know when you go back to the beginning who is the person telling it. I'm very, very happy to have met you, Jumper. And I hope to in the future learn more about your story in whatever iteration that is.
Okay, well, let's do this one more time. And I think
Yes.
Eden is gonna start giving their story to
Amazing.
Scheherazade. 'Cause she knows that Scheherazade loves stories and tells the whole
Clapping
thing.
like a seal. Writes it down in her mind.
Beautiful. Hellhound, you do manage to find Angela. She is turning a wrench on your bike.
Hey,
Hey,
do you have a second?
yeah, what's up?
Sorry, I was just talking with Scheherazade, and we were talking about, once we beat Null. Everybody's smiling now. What what
The
we're gonna do?
the chat's breaking everything.
Oh no. What is chat doing? Um, I was just talking with Scheherazade, and I realized that we've been so focused on Null and saving the world and all the big stuff that I don't think we've really talked about what comes next for us.
Okay.
I mean, I know we've been like living on the ship together and stuff, and I guess I still have a place in the city, but would you want to move in together? Like have like a real place that's not just like also our car ship?
We did kind of just do the superhero equivalent of U-hauling.
We did.
Um,
I'm okay with that.
okay. Okay, I just want to make sure that like we're on the same page.
I just want you to know that I'm really in this, you know?
I'm really in this too. Um, where would you want to live? I mean, we could pretty much go anywhere.
I hadn't really thought that far. I just as soon as I realized I hadn't even talked with you about it, I just wanted to ask you right away.
So, how about the decision that we make now is that wherever we go next, we'll go there together.
And I give her a big smooch. And I say, sounds good. Sounds good to me.
I think that you need to stop worrying at every step that you're doing this wrong. Because
Me? What? No, I've never worried.
Because we've of course had our arguments and our differences, but have I ever not told you when something was wrong?
No. You're good, and I don't want to lose you. I don't want to scare you away with, and I just kind of vaguely gesture at horns and everything.
You're the same person that you were when I met you. Even if you're now harboring a spirit of vengeance, you're still deep down. Yeah, you're welcome. Deep down, you're still the same person. And I knew who you were and what I was getting into when we started this whole thing. When we were sitting on a bench eating ice cream.
Well, let's go kick Null's ass, and then we'll go look at some places together.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we
You've
can't hear
been
you.
muted. You've been silenced.
But not on
This is
Zoom,
it for
just
doing
like
it.
of your own accord. No, I cannot hear you now.
Don, come back to
Uh,
it. Assassin.
I love that we can just say shit.
Free will goes wild sometimes.
Yeah.
A bisexual assassin.
We're all sitting in bisexual lighting on the spaceship. No, Sean, we can't hear
Nope.
you now.
No.
No, not yet, Sean.
There it goes.
Oh.
Sean,
Oh.
close the tabs. Leave AO3 alone.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Nobody touch anything. And I think we're good.
Okay.
Cool. Vote for your white boy of the month in the comments. And we cut away
Can we
from...
get that poll going?
All right, cool. So, we have that lovely conversation, and then at some point later, we'll just, it's the same bit that we've always done, but we're gonna continue it because it's a good bit. Loki, while piloting, goes, "Hey guys, we got a problem," and everybody gathers at the ship, or at the head of the ship, and as you're pulling away from, like, as you're like leaving, or you've been like pulling away from the Earth for some time, and you're just now coming up on your moon, on like the Earth's moon, and it looks like the moon is like stretching in space, and it almost looks as if an invisible force in space is pulling the moon into its gravity, and that it is about to be swallowed by a black hole.
We should do something about that, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think we need the moon. Tides and stuff.
Yeah, I think I read somewhere that the Earth would survive for about 8 minutes without the moon. So
Okay, yeah, that's... I don't know how to punch a black hole. Anyone have any ideas?
How to get rid of the black
Can we make a logic roll or something for an idea?
I want to try to open up. I want to open up a portal on the opposite side of it from another black hole to create equilibrium between the pools.
all right, so I'm gonna have you roll ego.
Gotcha. That's a 16.
So, Captain Universe, the narrator, you extend your power, your connection to the Enigma Force, and we see that, like, our vantage point shifts, the audience vantage point shifts across the universe into the unknown stretches of space, and we start to see like this blue like blip of light, and then it begins to expand outwards, and we see this light shining on all of these like floating rocks and debris in space, and we see the caption that says "the exoteric latitude." And we see like this portal of glowing blue light begin to form, and then a black spot in the middle, almost like an iris, begins to form as this black hole is pulled through this portal and kind of like rockets out the other side, at first propelled, trying to escape, and then realizing that it is bound by the gravity of this portal. And then we start to see everything in the exoteric latitude begin to shift as this essentially resets everything to where it was before the Necroswords were depowered. And as that happens, we start to see across the multiverse several of the people who swapped places while the universes were shuffling are beginning to appear back where they were. We see Mihalo appear back in his shoe shop. We see the evil version of Michael appear back in on Krakoa, where he was being kept in custody by magic. We see Gilgamesh appear back at his temple, and we see everything begin to be set right once again. And I think that it is this moment that Scheherazade, you begin to realize like the power that you like are holding with the Enigma Force. And I'm not going to tell you how to feel about this, but I do think that from the audience perspective, we get flashbacks to the scene with the the whole arc with the Darkhold, of you offering to give the book back to Wanda, and of you like asking other people like who should be trusted with things. And I think that we get this vantage point of like all of the moments that you in the past were looking for the person to like be entrusted with something. And it's almost as if the Enigma Force speaks to you that it's always been you, and that you have always been this universe's protector.
I think there's a slight smile on her face, seeing that things are slowly going back to normal, and this like also like she's linked to all the Eternals, so feeling Gilgamesh be back in this universe again kind of makes her heart soften. She kind of whispers under her breath, "There, I'm its guardian. It is nice to know that it has its hero back."
And I think that we see like a frame of Gilgamesh like at his at like the Temple of the Forgotten in deep space, kind of like looking up into space, and just with a knowing smile on his face, like realizing that things have been set right by the only person who could set them right. And I think that that's a good place to park it for this week, as next week we will have our final session, as we will be pulling into Clintar and having our final confrontation with Noel. So until then, I'm going to go around the circle and everyone can say what cool things they've got going on and where people can find them. I'll throw it over to Jordan.
Hello, my name is Jordan. You can find me. I'm mostly on Blue Sky these days at GM-Jordan. Not this is what I'm doing. So come back next week. I'll toss it over to Dare.
Hi, hey, and hello. My name is Dare, pronouns she, they, they, it. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. In terms of stuff I'm getting up to this week, check me out on Twitch. I'm probably going to end up playing like Date Everything or Uma Musume again, because that was really fun. And honestly, keep an eye out on my Blue Sky, because I am probably going to drop 2 games in the next few weeks, because I've been hit with inspiration and meds that finally work. So I have one that I'm currently designing.
Hell yeah.
And I'm going to throw it over to Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah. You can find me on most platforms at Oops All Smurf. You can also find me as the co-host of the Bite Size Podcast, a Twilight retrospective podcast, as we start the New Moon franchise, or the not franchise, the New Moon movie. That's about all I got going on. I'll pass it over to Tolly.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tolly. You can find me all over the internet at that's_Barnaby and any place it counts. You can catch me coming up. I'm on the One Shot Podcast Network playing Huckleberry, which was a Wild West game. It was very interesting. It was very fun to play with a lot of really great people. That should be coming up here towards the end of August, so keep an eye out on your socials. I will be reposting.
Hell yeah.
And I'll pass it to Briar.
Hello, again, I'm Briar, they them pronouns if you would. You can find me at @beanabees_ or without the underscore everywhere on the internet. You can find me here. My birthday is on Tuesday, so I might go live. I don't know. We'll see. It's an adventure for you and me. I think I'm the last person, yes, so I will send it back to Sean in the studio.
And you can find me on Blue Sky and TikTok at HighGainSad. And also right here on the Imagination Arcade. We'll be here next week again for our final episode. So make sure to tune into that. But until then, we will see you guys on the flip side. Bye, everybody.